This syrup here can make your baby gain weight and eat better. Watch till the end to see how it's made. Assalamu alaikum, fam. Top of the moment to you. I trust you are doing good today. We are still on the dates series. So guess what we are going to be making today? Is your guess as good as mine? I don't know, but let me just give you a tip. So today we are going to be making use of dates to make something syrupy, sweet, and very nutritious. You can use this syrup in flavoring anything from your beverages to your pap to your custard, in baking, so many other things you can use the syrup for as far as food is concerned. Alhamdulillah, date crop is a very awesome plant in the sense that no part of it is a waste, from the tree itself to the leaves to the fruits, even to the dates. And that brings to my mind, inshallah, our next video shall be on the use of date seeds. You know those stones from dates? So I mean this has so many beautiful uses too that you wouldn't even imagine. Click on the subscribe button if you haven't done that yet, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out when I upload the video on this and so many other videos. So let's go straight into today's recipe, inshallah. In my bowl here, I have my dates pitted. That is, I have removed the stone, washed them. Like I said in the other video, I normally do this because whenever I'm not using a packed date, because the normal dates gotten from the market, from the local markets, some of them normally comes with dates inside them, so you will have to open the dates and remove those things. Sometimes you even find worms, so you have to wash. Like you can see here, I've washed this thoroughly. You can see how it's looking neat and glittering. So I took my time, opened it. You can do the opening with either a knife. If it's soft enough, you can use your hand to do the opening. I also use my little mortar and pestle, especially if I'm dealing with a hard date, to hit it so that I can open, remove the stone and wash it. Let me just show you an example of a bad date and the reason why you should open your date before usage. Can you see this date? For those of us who love to eat date, some people, unfortunately, some don't even wash the date before eating. Yes, which is very, very bad. Yes, they don't. Since it's not a packed date, you would have to wash it, even if it doesn't have a bad inside. So, and most of them that do have a bad inside, you see them already opened like this. So take a look at this. Can you see all that inside? Imagine eating this inside your stomach. Can you see? So this is the reason you would have to wash your date and most probably open it to see what is inside, guys. Yeah, so we shall be making date syrup. It's also a substitute for sugar. For those who don't, for health purpose, don't use sugar, or they are not just a fan of sugar, you can use date syrup as a sugar substitute. So making date syrup is very simple and quick too. You need just dates and water. By the way, I have Chef Aisha here. So you need just dates and water. You also need a heat source because we shall be cooking the dates. We shall be cooking the water from the date. So let's go straight inside. For some people would go ahead and soak their date at these sizes after opening, but me, I love to chop mine. I believe once it's chopped into smaller chunks, it can absorb water way quicker than leaving it at this larger sizes. That's the reason I chop mine. So it's not compulsory for you to chop yours. You can leave it at this size and just soak. So I'll go ahead now and chop mine. I forgot to mention, you can also use your food processor if you have a strong blender or food processor to um make it to break it up. That would be way faster. This sizes would be okay for me. So I'll go ahead now and soak it in water. So I shall be using about 500 ml of water to this. By the way, I used 15 dates. As you can see, the water is already changing color. Some people do soak it overnight or for 30 minutes. You can decide to soak it overnight and continue the process in the morning, or you can go ahead and soak it for 30 minutes or for some few hours till you are satisfied with the constituent, because the concentrate from the dates will deposit inside this water, which we need for our syrup. So it's this water that we shall be using in making our syrup. As after the soaking, we would strain this water and we'll cook the water. It's the cooked water that will turn into our syrup while we use the remnant of the date for something else. So I'm just going to leave this here for like 30 minutes or so, or 1 hour, before we start the cooking process. So guys, see you till. Assalamu alaikum, welcome back. This is our water. It's been sitting here for over 30 minutes because I went ahead doing some other things, but you can see the water now. So the longer you allow it stay, the more the date concentrate is going to get released into the water. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Here is a morning here now because I had to leave this overnight. I was occupied with something else, so I had to leave it overnight. So it's a morning here now. Like I said, you can leave it for at least 30 minutes, and some people do leave it overnight. So I left this overnight, and you can see now you have quite a thick concentrate here. So I'll go ahead, strain these dates, the date pieces, leaving just the water, because it's the water we are going to use. It's the water we shall be using for our date syrup. So I have my strainer here, then the pot under to collect the water for me. Just go ahead now and strain. You could even use a cheesecloth for this in case there are tinier particles that could go through this hole. I think a cheesecloth would be able to collect it better. This strainer too has tiny holes. I think it should serve its purpose. So here we have our water, which we shall be using for the syrup. I'll take it to the stove now to cook. I'm going to cook this till the water has till it gets thickened and syrupy. That's only when it's done. It may take some couple of minutes, yeah, and it's going to be under low flame. So here it is. After about 40 minutes, you can see the water had reduced in size, but we are not yet there. We are getting there slowly but surely. You can see it now. Instead of sugar, you can substitute that with this date syrup for your baby in your baby's food. Apart from the sweetness, it also helps them to gain weight, even for adults too. To allow you to cook more. So this is after 50 minutes. You can see we've gotten our syrup now. So I'm going to turn off the heat, allow it get cold and stop, because all the water got evaporated through the cooking process. I've turned out I've turned up the heat. So this I'm just going to scrape this off. Yes, and you can see. So it's going to get thicker once it cools down. So at this point I would put it into a bowl or a cup that I can easily transfer it into my storing jar. You can also strain this out, strain it to remove all this residues. Maybe it could serve as your jam for your bread. I'm going to try it out because it's not a waste. I'm going to transfer it into this my measuring cup and allow it to get cold. I'll still have to sieve it to remove these particles so that you can have a clear and a smooth date syrup. You can see it's thickening up already. We had about almost 60 ml from the 1 cup of water we used. We had about almost 60 ml. If you can see, this is the 60 ml label mark here. So here it is. I did strain it again once it cooled down, so you can see how smooth it is. You can see how smooth. So here you have it, our date syrup stored for use. So this is it. I used that scoop I made from the syrup as a jam for my bread, and I also flavored my tea here with the syrup. It's going to go down now, inshallah. So delicious. Watch this video to this very point, that means you've been interested all along in learning about this recipe today. Please don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you are new to the channel. You are most welcome. Comment, give me your thoughts about today's recipe. I would love to hear from you. This was what I made from the date pulp. If you'd want to learn how to make this, click that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell.